I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to do this over 2 bars, actually. Oops. Okay, what's wrong with this one? It's not the rhythm. It has nothing to do with the rhythm. I'll tell you why I did it that way in a second. First, let's see, is it a perfect authentic cadence? Do I have... Actually, I'm going backwards here. So I'm going 1 to 5. And in this case is a little bit different because what I want to show you here is how you can get from 1 to 5 without causing any major parallels. We don't have anything majorly wrong here, but it doesn't have the smoothest voice leading. That's really the only major thing that pops out at this one, is that this jumps up by a third, this jumps up by a fifth, this jumps up by a third, and this only goes up by a second. So everything's moving up, and which is not good. We want some things moving down and some things moving up in an ideal world. So everything's moving up. Not everything is super smooth. So when you're doing this kind of thing, one thing that we do sometimes, is we cheat a little bit by adding in another inversion of the chord. Check it out. Oops. Voices. It's so hard to keep that in mind. And down here, I'm going to do this. Okay. Now what do I have here? I have 1, 1 in a different inversion, and then 5. I smoothed my voice leading out here to make a nice kind of a neighbor tone, but it's not a non-chord tone, but it makes a nice melody. Here we jump up and then we stay, and then these stay. Now in this kind of a case, technically, yes, this is parallel fifths. It actually is parallel fifths, but we would call this a repeating fifth, and this kind of okay. In this kind of case, it's okay. So a couple examples of things you might encounter with voice leading. This one, the real reason I wanted to show you this one is so that you can see that in order to facilitate smoother voice leading, you can sneak in another inversion of the chord in between 2 chords if you have the compositional freedom to do it, meaning you can be a little flexible with the rhythm, and that can help smooth over the voice leading. So watch out for those things. Let's hear all of these in a row just for fun. So we're going to hear 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 1, 1, 5. It's kind of weird. We kind of modulated a little bit there. It almost felt like this was 1 at the end. Weird. Okay, but that's enough of that.